Finishing off Bookmark's Instagram crossover fan mangas, I end with the big one, Saitama vs Goku. And there are actually quite a bit of Dragon Ball fan mangas that focus on Saitama vs Goku, and in this one, Goku is the one that looks for the fight, so it comes off extremely believable. He asks Saitama, he says that you are rumored to have the strongest punch, and I want you to punch me at 100%. That sounds like something Goku would do. I mean, this is the guy that put a hit on himself to face off against the deadliest assassin 100%. Saitama refuses, and then Goku bribes him with the one thing that no anime protagonist can resist, and that is food. So Saitama's like, you know what, you seem extremely strong, at least you won't die if I punch you. Goku's like, give me 100%, and presumably Saitama does in fact give him 100%. Goku goes flying back, and Saitama has feared that he has overdone it. And that is when Goku comes out of the dust in his Super Saiyan 3 form and tells Saitama, damn, you are strong, let's go again, I want to play some more. And that is when my boy Saitama is shook, and he's like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, in this one, Saitama's not messing with Super Saiyan 3.
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
Guys, I gotta thank you so much for the support on these Dragon Ball fan mangas that are crossing over with different animes, and the support you guys have given the videos while I cover them. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have a playlist with all the ones that I've done so far, plus any future ones. I'm gonna add it to that playlist, and if you guys haven't checked out my last two, which was Goku vs Deku and Vegeta vs Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho, I'm gonna have links in the description below for those two as well. This is part of a series. Go ahead and check those two out. Unfortunately, Bookmark's Instagram crossover fan manga series has come to an end. That was the last one, and what a way to go. It is extremely believable, and I really like this one. Now, whether you gauge Saitama at even being close to being able to punch Goku that hard that he'd have to go into Super Saiyan 3 because that's how strong Goku perceives Saitama to be, and he thinks he needs Super Saiyan 3 to fight Saitama when Saitama's like, I may not be able to handle Super Saiyan 3, I mean, that's on you. I think Saitama's strength is not something that can be gauged because I don't want to say he's a gag character, even though a lot of you guys would say he is. I think there is a lot of seriousness behind the series, a lot of heart behind the series, and the series itself, even though it's supposed to be making fun of the world's strongest trope, I do think that there is some legitimacy to the strength of this character, and I do think that this character is one of the ones that may have unlimited strength, although in the anime, we haven't gotten there yet. So when he punched Goku and Goku goes straight into his Super Saiyan 3 form, I do find it believable. I do like that the artist tacked on that Saitama, after seeing Super Saiyan 3 and realizing that this is not a normal character to mess around with, he goes, nah, I'm good, I don't want to fight you anymore. So I do like the way that that one ended off, and it's up to you whether you believe that the power scaling in that makes any sort of sense. The next one I'm covering starts off the most iconic Saitama X Dragon Ball series, and that is the one where Vegeta faces off against Saitama, and there's many more battles that go into this, and I'm going to cover a few and then leave some for future videos. But in this video, I wanted to focus mainly on the original, which is Vegeta vs Saitama. The story begins with Bulma kicking Vegeta outside. She's like, if you need to go train, go do it outside. So Vegeta's already pissed, he's got to listen to this. And the old Vegeta would have gotten a lot more pissed off, but obviously this one is listening to his wife. And while he's out there training, Saitama just kind of wanders around and he asks him a question, asks him where the nearest supermarket is. Vegeta's instinct is to brush off Saitama and get frustrated and pissed off, but then he realizes that there is an endless well of energy inside Saitama, which is what I think is what's going on with Saitama. So Vegeta challenges him to a fight, and Saitama's not a Saiyan. It doesn't seem like he's very excited or willing to go into these confrontations with these guys. He didn't do it with Goku, and he doesn't really want to do it with Vegeta, but Vegeta attacks him, and Saitama dodges effortlessly to Vegeta's surprise. Vegeta turns up the heat and berates Saitama with a flurry of punches, which Saitama is having some difficulty blocking. This isn't a fight against Boros, this is a fight against the Prince of All Saiyans. Saitama tries to take out Vegeta with one of his famous punches, but Vegeta dodges it. And I mean, Saitama's punches may be deadly or maybe extremely powerful, but if your opponent can dodge the punch, I guess it's kind of a moot point. And that is when Vegeta hits Saitama so hard he goes flying in the air, and they clash in my favorite panel of this manga. To be honest, I just love the way this looks. I love the way Saitama seems like he's frustrated and having a difficult time against Vegeta. I love the way Vegeta's drawn. I think he looks a lot like he did back in the Saiyan arc, and then Vegeta being like, I'm surprised there's still people this strong on Earth, and Saitama being like, I'm surprised there's anybody that's this strong at all. I just love this panel, and with the ending of this clash, Vegeta takes the advantage and hits Saitama back to Earth, hitting him with a flurry of energy balls that Saitama swats away easily. Like, Saitama can't do energy attacks, Saitama doesn't have ki, but if your opponent can block the ki blast or just wipe them away, I guess that's not really an advantage to Vegeta. But Vegeta's gonna try to hit him with his most devastating attack, and he hits him with the Gallic Gun. But to the fury of everyone reading this and watching this video, Saitama punches it away. And Vegeta is shook that he just punched it away. And Saitama's response to this Gallic Gun being, wow, what a great move. My fist is still tingling. I know that this manga is probably gonna get a lot of hate from a lot of people, but please guys, look at Saitama more as in leaning in that gag category. Even though he's still a serious contender, I would say that his infinite energy, his infinite strength inside himself, even though we haven't seen it in the anime, I do think it's there. And I do think that this Dragon Ball fan manga is taking great advantage with this. Vegeta's shook and he realizes that Saitama is in a different category of his own. He might actually have to increase his battle power and get stronger to face him and maybe push himself into Super Saiyan 1 or 2 to fight Saitama. And he asks Saitama, what is the secret to your power? Of course, we get the joke of 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats. Vegeta doesn't believe him, nobody ever does. Vegeta gets pissed off and it looks like he's gonna go into his Super Saiyan form to face off against One Punch Man, but then Bulma calls him, tells him to get his ass back home for dinner. And I like this part because Vegeta and Saitama sort of form a friendship, they trade contact information, and as Vegeta's going home, he's like, if I would have taken that punch, things might have gotten a little bit ugly. Maybe I should start doing some push-ups, sit-ups, squats. Yeah, I just like this is funny. The ending of this chapter has Saitama watching Dragon Ball on TV, and he tells Genos, hey, I fought that guy in real life, and Genos is like, this is an anime character, what are you talking about? And Saitama's like, you don't believe me? Of course, Genos sees his apprentice, he's like, yeah, of course I believe you. And that's how this one ends. Now, this one actually smoothly transitions into the next one where Saitama enters the World Martial Arts Tournament. Now, in this one, he faces off against not only Majin Buu, or Fat Buu, but he faces off against Hercule as well. And I'm not going to go into detail with this one, honestly, because I have already covered this one a long time ago. Like, I covered it like almost a year ago. I'm going to leave a link to that video in the top comment if you guys really want to see my in-depth thoughts on it. This was before I was covering Dragon Ball fan mangas, so it was kind of like my first dip into this territory. And at the same time, this is back when I had like 15,000 subscribers or 20,000, something around there. I don't know, I don't remember, but go ahead and check it out. The gist of it is he faces off against Fat Buu, and Fat Buu underestimates him. Saitama punches him right through the gut and defeats Fat Buu, and then he throws the match because he makes a deal with Hercule, knowing that Hercule can't take any of his punches. That's basically the gist of it. And again, if you want to see my extended thoughts on it, go ahead and click the video in the top comment. You guys can watch it there. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of comments on this subject, so I'm gonna say it right now. What do you think of Saitama? Do you think he can contend with any of the Dragon Ball characters, or which Dragon Ball character do you think he's leveled on? Which one do you think has the same power as him? Let me know in the comment section below. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.